Well, greetings, blade aficionados. This old sword's with you once again, and happy holiday season. Here we are after Thanksgiving in November of 2023 with Christmas coming up and all kinds of good Black Friday stuff happening. And hope you saved your money because we've got actually a nice, interesting little Kubey here on the table that was sent to me by the folks at Kubey for consideration and review. And I am going to show it to you. And this is known as, and I had to look it up because there was nothing on the box. This is the Bluff Axis Lock Folding Knife Ultem. Now, I guess they get to call it Axis because the folks at Benchmade no longer, I guess the patent ran out and all that kind of stuff. So we're not calling it even a bar lock. They're calling it an Axis lock folding knife in, you guessed it, Ultem. What knife is not in Ultem these days? And somebody must have given them an ultimatum. Oh, terrible joke. Okay, let's see if I can zoom here. Might have to go back to the old camera. I don't know how well this is working for me, but we'll see. So there's your Ultem. And this is the Bluff. And one thing I found about the Bluff, it's got a damn strong spring. There's that Omega spring right there. So very similar, if not identical, to the Benchmades, except look, you can see it. And the spring strength is, I think, strong enough that I failed the first few times I tried to middle finger flick it or even thumb flick it. They got a good deal of tension on this. I don't know how I could demonstrate that, but right there, and it could also simply be the way that the tang is made and the way that the lock bar there is interfacing with it. But it's pretty strong, stronger than some of the Benchmades and other Axis locks. Look at that. Snaps right in, right about there. So we won't dwell on that too much, but we will talk about the fact that it's got an excellent pocket clip that rides on the surface and is mounted there with flat-headed screws. So it'll go on the left side, so if you choose. It's heavily textured Ultem. I hope you can hear that. More so than one that I had done recently from Tucson, and I'll show you that in a minute. It's a pretty good size. It just about disappears in the hand. It is a 4-finger knife. So let's flip it out there again. We got the Kubey logo on the pivot. And it is made from 14C28N. See if we can get that for you. For proof, right there. 14C. And it has these letters here, and I don't know how that translates to Bluff, BGPT, whether that is maybe the initials or some acronym for the designer. I think it's internally designed. Don't know a whole lot about it. They just sent me the knife. They asked me if I wanted to review a product. This is what I got just the other day. And I'm liking it. You know, if you know me, you know that I like larger knives, 3 3/4, 4-inch, or even over. But this is a pretty good size. It isn't what I'd call certainly not a 3-finger knife. It's not small. We're going to get some dimensions on it in a minute. It's got a almost perfectly oval hole there. It tapers slightly. We got a fuller. We got a nice little swedge there, giving us kind of a spear point. Very similar to a Tucson I'm going to show you in a minute, except the Tucson is considerably larger. Let's get the tape measure out, shall we? So, overall length of this little guy is, we're going to call it 7.3-ish, and a 3 1/4-inch blade, not bad, and just slightly under a 3 1/4-inch cutting edge. And I got it set to millimeters, so let's do the blade stock. It is 2.8 millimeters. Inches, it is 0.10. And handle thickness, not bad, 0.45. How about the weight? We did see that it was weight relieved by merely looking through the handles. No lights needed. 2.89, so call it 2.9 ounces. Under 3 ounces. Very nice. So what does that give us? Ring the bell. Ding, 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 ding. Ounce per inch. Under ounce per inch. So we got 3 1/4 inch blade, and we've got 2.9 ounces. That is excellent. And it is, I was going to say it wasn't fidgeting, but you know, it's breaking in. I've played with it a little bit for a couple of days. I actually did add a little bit of KPL on the lock bar and the hinges, and it is working a little better. I did play a little bit with the pivot screw, but I basically brought it back to where it was. And there you can see we've got a lot of blade for handle there. And that's probably why we got a 3 1/4 inch blade and such a smallish knife. The Ultem's looking quite nice. Again, there's your big 3 lightning holes on that side, 3 on that side. And this was in the box. You guessed it, Sparrow Mega Spring, right there. I'm getting knives with a lot of Sparrow Mega Springs these days. I think the Vosteed I got had 2 extras in it. So I really hope they don't think they're going to fail that easily. So you can open this guy by pulling back on the lock bar and flicking it out. And come on. Not getting my coordination down there. Okay, there it is out. There it is back. Did it. Yay. It's a handsome looking little knife. It really, really is. So let's get it out there again without slicing the fingers. And let's take a look at a Tucson, which is, and I have to look on the side of the blade, the 433 and K110. Kind of a similar blade, taller, much taller, but without the swedge on top and a full flat grind all the way up there. A larger knife, yes. And kind of more of a milky color to the Ultem on this one. I think it's actually, they're calling it PEI. They're not giving the name brand Ultem. As I mentioned in a past review about knives in Ultem, it's polyetheramide and a very high impact, high heat tolerance, tough plastic. It looks like it should be frail, but it isn't. This is a little clearer, or just could be the way that the innards are set up. Probably that's what it is, because we don't really have any lightning. No, that's why. We don't have any lightning on the Tucson. And for a further comparison, here is the venerable Rat 1. Wow. Oh, coming up on 2 inches longer overall, I think. On the blade, about at least a ½ inch longer. Thereabouts. So we got that comparison. And I don't know. Should we cut something? Should we? I don't know. Should we? See if it's sharp. Can the knife cut? It's usually the question, right? Whoa. Nice job, Kubey. Nice job. She is smooth, too. I like that. I like that. Nice edge. Very nice edge right out of the box. Yes. So the price on the Kubey, I'm going to have to give you some links. It's a Kubey, so it isn't that much. Let's see if it'll bring me to the website here while you're looking at that. Yep, here we go. So there is the price, $60 for that one in Ultem. Probably a little bit less for JG10. Is it? Yeah, $52.50 for that one. So there's your models. And there is the black. And that one is also $52.50. So they're getting about $7.50 more for the Ultem. Stands to reason. Another look around. See if I can show you that texturing. I'm not sure how well it comes across the camera. There it is. I think that shows it pretty well. See if I can back out. Again, yeah, if I zoom in too much, I can't get you close focus, but I think that gives you the detail right there. Nice little knife. I mean, for $60, and that's their MSRP, so the street price is going to be less. If I didn't say, nice jimping, nice job on the jimping, a good, at least an inch, if not a little bit more, of some pretty nice grabby jimping. Won't chew your thumb up, but it's sticky for sure. Got that little fuller up there. Can you use the fuller? Almost. Yeah, you could probably, if you got some good nails, you can probably use the fuller to open it. I prefer to just jam the tip of my middle finger in there. And you got to get some good pressure on there to get enough of it in to flip it open, but it works. Pretty good thickness out to the point. Nice little working knife, you know. Nice forward belly there. Pretty good flat there. 3 1/4 inch. What's not to like, as the old saying goes. So well, there you go. That is the new one from Kubey, and that is once again the Kubey Bluff axis lock. I haven't seen them out yet, so maybe I'm ahead of the pack on this one. Who knows? You be well. Don't forget to give this video a like and subscribe. I'll be back with you real soon with the next one.